Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Satchidanandamurtayim Nisprapanchaya Santaya Niralambaya Tejasim Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam Sutrabhasakritam Vande Bhagavanto Punaha Punaha Ishvara Gururatmeti Murtibheda Vibhagine Vyamavad Vyaptadehaya Dachinamurtai Namaha Dachinamurtai Namaha Om Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhanakto Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvesavahe Om Shanti Shanti Santi Harihi Om. So yesterday and we have been study Kaivalya Upanishad. Kaivalya Upanishad and is a purely Advaita Vedanta, the pure wisdom of the enlightenments. Kaivalya means final liberation, final liberations. And I have been we have been study and discuss a study. So Kaivalya Upanishad, one of the important foremost Upanishad for the final liberation or the final wisdom on the way to walking to path of moksha, nirvana, and experience the absolute consciousness. We say Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya, the Brahman, the absolute consciousness alone is the truth, the eternal consciousness. The samsara means the wheel of our life is nothing but mithya, the illusion. That we have been discussed yesterday. Illusion means, mithya means something which is not exist for next moment. So it was exist, but it can die. But the eternal truth, Satya means it was, it is, and it will be. The world of life is called mithya. Mithya means false knowledge, illusion. And we have been speaking yesterday some sutras until 11, but we could not complete with the commentary. So that I'm going to explain again. So I say that God, the consciousness, the absolute consciousness is known as God, is a all pervading and is called supreme consciousness. Bliss, absolute consciousness exists is all the time. What the definition of God is called formless. There is no form and is mystic. And a person is sadhaka, a spiritual practitioner or the seeker must meditate in the heart. So heart is the personification of the cave. So when not find the cave of the Himalayas, but you must meditate on your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is the cave, means something is secret. Everybody can reach the cave. Cave means is a one can practice, one can meditate in the secret place without external disturbance. Similarly, your heart chakra, your heart, and you are not going to disturb others. So heart is the secret. Secret means what you think, what you feel, nobody can feel for you. You are the alone can feel it. And something you feel you cannot express to someone. So whatever you have the feelings in your heart chakra, nobody can experience that except for you, except you. So that means something and which is very secret. So heart chakra is purely secret. And heart is the symbol of a cave. And you must meditate on your heart chakra. So like that, you must meditate also in your heart chakra on the Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva is the who have the three eyes, who know the past, present, and future, who have the neck, the Nilakantha, the blue neck, and blue throat, and who can digest all the poison. It means beyond the gunas, the sattvic, rasic, and tamasic, and beyond the all darkness. And such a muni attend the Paramatma. Muni means a sadhaka, a saint, a yogi, a master, a guru, or the sage. Who meditate like that, like this, who meditate on Lord Shiva, he can attain, she or he, a sadhaka can attain the Paramatma, the supreme consciousness. So, and beyond the tamas. Beyond tamas means beyond the darkness, beyond the ignorance and avidya. So darkness is a symbol of avidya. So light the symbol of wisdom. So the absolute consciousness, the God, is the light, the wisdom, absence of all darkness. And he only is the Brahma. He only is Brahman means supreme consciousness. He only is the Shiva. So among all the God, they say Shiva is the absolute consciousness. He only is Indra, the master of all the senses. He only is the indestructible. So no one actually destroy. He is only in the supreme. That means above the all. He's the only is the self-signing. He's only in the Vishnu. He's only in the prana. That means whatever we are experiencing the energy. So without presence of a divine consciousness within ourselves, so we can't have the feeling of energy, the prana. And is only the time. So and without the divine consciousness, there will be no time, there no space. He only the Agni. Mm. So without divine consciousness, nothing can be exist. He's also Agni. So whatever you experience in this planet, that the part and parcel of the exist, I is only the moon. He only is the all things that exist or will hereafter exist. He is only eternal. So it means without the divine consciousness, without absolute consciousness, nothing can be exist, even yourself. So therefore, we are part and parcially of the divine consciousness. That must be attained, that must be realized. He only attains Param Brahman, who see in himself all elements and himself in all elements. That means a true sadhaka, a true sadhaka see the divine consciousness with all beings. And he who saw the divine consciousness of all beings, he became what do you call? He became Brahmagyani or Atmagyani, becoming free all kind of suffering and miseries. He's only attained Paraman Brahman, he can attain the supreme consciousness, who sees in himself all elements and himself is in all elements. There is no other means. Having constituted his body an arani, the lower artisanal piece of wood, or pranabom, the upper arani, a wise man bones agyan by the churning of meditation. That means by practicing meditation, one, a sadhaka, a yogi, a seeker can free from all kind of ignorance and avidya. Burns agyan. Burns agyan means borns. Agyana. Agyan means ignorance. Means agyan means absence of wisdom. Jnana means wisdom, knowledge. Agyana, absence of wisdom. So, all are the definitions of the supreme consciousness, the Paramatma. Paramatma means Parama, means supreme. Atma means the soul or the consciousness, which consciousness exists all the time. It was, it is, and it will be. So the eternal consciousness. So, you are the not only the body and mind, but you are the eternal consciousness. That need to be realized, not intellectually, need to be understood. And such kind of knowledge you can experience by meditating on your heart chakra. Among we have so many parts of the body. We have the mind, we have the eyes, we have the ear, we have fingers, legs, so many things we have. eh? Even we have nine organs, which is more sensory parts, and nine dwara, the nine doors, and where lose the all pranic energy, like the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, eh, the anus or sex organs. These are the very sensitive areas. But among them, they are not so sensitive than your heart chakra. Your heart is more sensitive than your eyes, than the ear, than the nose, the mouth, even sex organ or the anus. So among the all part, your heart is more sensitive part. So therefore, as per the Vedic science, as per the Shastras, as per rishis, they say that you must meditate on the heart chakra, not meditate on the eyes or the ears. Like sometimes you listen the music, right? So listen by the ear. Sometimes you do tratak, meditate on the eyes, focusing. Sometimes you feel the smell, for example. Sometimes the mouth, or sometimes meditate on second chakra or the anus or the swadhisthana chakra. That is not enough. That is not more sensitive parts in our body. So therefore, you must meditate in the heart chakra. Am I clear that? Yes, please, Atmanan.
Yes, not so clear because we were told to meditate on the Agya chakra, like Sambhavi Mudra, and on the Agya chakra, and how to develop the heart awareness.
It's a very good question. But I already say that also. Because Agyan chakra, not quickly one can awakening. So therefore, that is a different science. But as per the easiest way for all people, one can meditate on heart chakra. As I say that we have the eyes, that is not more sensitive. The ears not more sensitive among the all part of the body. So that is there is some meanings. You can meditate on heart chakra, you can meditate on Agyan chakra, you can meditate on throat chakra, you can meditate even Manipura chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, anus, or you can meditate on top of the head or the ear. So many parts you can meditate. But among the all parts, the heart chakra is the more sensitive parts. Am I clear that? Because the heart chakra is the more sensitive, more feelings. So therefore, one has to meditate on the heart chakra. Am I clear that? I mean, you can meditate also Agyan chakra, but Agyan chakra is not more sensitive than the heart chakra. So, as per the Shastras, as per the Kaivalya Upanishad, one has to meditate on heart chakra. That is your secret cave. I mean, you can meditate also eyebrow center, Agyan chakra. So, but once you're awakening, so best way to awakening the best way to meditate on the heart chakra, that is very very important. And if I meditate on the heart chakra, that help you in order to awaken the Agyan chakra. Am I clear that?
Yes.
I mean, also we also meditate on the Manipura chakra as well, throat chakra as well. Sometimes, for example, as I say that one do tratak. Tratak means we can meditate on also candle, the moon, opening the eyes. And you can meditate also the ocean. You can meditate on the river, the stars, the moon with open eyes, right? But that's not that much sensitive. So we have so much, how say, not so much introvert, and very difficult to actually to meditate on Agyan chakra. I present until unless awakening. Sometimes you close the eyes and we see that meditate on Agyan chakra. Actually, we are not ready for that. We are not ready for that. Just a moment for everyone. So, am I clear now, Atmanan?
Yes, but this is new.
Because You see, to study the Advaita Vedanta is not easy. You can study for 7 life. So, because each Upanishad, it is experienced by the rishis. So there is many kind of Upanishads. So many kind of is more than thousands Upanishad, more than thousands. So each Upanishad, they have instructions how to meditate and how to realize the Atmajnana.
Yes,
So this
but
is the special.
also the initiation in Kriya Yoga also has the instruction how to meditate.
Exactly. So I think each rishis, each yogis, they have their own experience of enlightenments. So we sometimes we have so many kind of experience, and sometimes we are actually want to clarify, because when you go into enlightenment for the higher enlightenment, you can have so many experiences, not only one experience. But once you are experienced the Atmajnana, then you don't need to go through this. Sometimes we study Hatha Yoga or Jnana Yoga, Nada Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Mantra Yoga, Kundalini, so many yogas. But sometimes people only chant Mantra Yoga and Ram, 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 that's enough. Right? So, am I clear that? So maybe somebody chant Ram, somebody don't like the Ram, somebody don't like Krishna, somebody chant Om Namah Shivaya, for example. So like that, so depends what kind of methods are suitable, but it is a part of knowledge. But same time, and a long time before, I also said that you must always ask your own master what kind of methods, what kind of technique is suitable for you to meditate. Most of the time, we change the objectives as per our state of the consciousness. Am I clear? Like you see, the tantric people, sometimes they drink too much alcohol, they will also meditate, right? That is also part of technique. Am I clear that? Like Aghoris in the cremating place. And they think they can meditate also drinking alcohol, and they can reach also enlightenment, right? So it may be suitable for them, but it's not suitable for everyone. So sometimes see, some people like to practice so many asanas practice. So maybe it is suitable for them, but some people are not able to practice any asana practice. So like that, so there is so many methods, so many techniques. Depends what kind of methods are suitable for you, right? So as per the Kaivalya Upanishad, one has to meditate on the heart chakra, heart chakra as a form of a cave. So now we are going to Sutra number 12, 13, 14, and so on. Sa eva maya pare mahitatma sariramathasya masthaya karoti sarvam striyatnapana divichitra bhogai sa eva jagrata paritrapti meti स्वप्ने स जीवः सुख दुख भक्ता स्वभाययः कल्पिता जीवलोके सुसुप्ति काले सकले विलीने तमो विभूतः सुख रूपेम्यति. Just for a moment. पुनश्च जन्मांतर कर्मण युगस एव जीवः स्वप्रति प्रभेदः पुरस्तत्र क्रीडति यस्य जीव ततश्च जातं सकलं विचित्रम् आधारम् आनन्दम् अखण्डबोधम् यस्मिललयम् याति पुरत्रयम् च. But anyway, there is so many sutras to read. So let me read today the sutras so you can listen the Sanskrit. After that, I am going to describe, going to explain. एतस्मा जायते प्राणो मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च खं वायु ज्योतिरापश्च पृथ्वी विश्वस्य धारिणी यत्परं ब्रह्म सर्वात्मा विश्वस्य यत्तनं महत् सूक्ष्मात् सूक्ष्मतरं नित्यं तत्त्वमेव त्वमेव तत् जाग्र स्वप्न सुसुप्त द्विप्रपञ्चं यत् प्रकाशति तद् ब्राह्मणमिति ज्ञात्मा सर्वबन्धे प्रमुच्यते त्रिषु धामसु यदभोग्यं भोक्ता भोगस्य यदभवेत् तेभ्यो विलक्षणः साख्ये चिन्मात्रहं सदाशिवः मयैव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तद् ब्रह्मा दयमयमस्ममिहम् अणुवरणि याननवमीव तद्मनमहानहं विश्वमहं विचित्रम् पुरातनोऽहं पुरुषोऽहमीशो हिरण्मयोऽहं शिवस्वरूपम् अस्मि अपाणिपादम् अहं चिन्त्यशक्तिः पश्याम्यचक्षुः सशृणम्य कर्णः अहं बिभरामि विविक्तरूपो न चास्ति वेता मम चित् सदाहं वेदैरणिकय रहमेव विद्यो वेदान्तकृतीद दविवेचाहं न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नासु न जन्म देहेन्द्रिय बुद्धिरस्ति न भूमिरापो न च वह्निरस्ति न जान्येलो मेस्ति न चाम्बरं च एवं विदित्वा परमात्मरूपं गृहाशयं निष्कल्मं यदित्यं समस्तसाक्षिं सह सदा सद्विहीनं प्रातिशुद्धं Paramatma. So this is the Kaivalya Upanishad until the 14th sutra number. So let me complete another 2 sutras. It's very nice to listen for you because this kind of the Vedic science. So it's written by the rishis and is the science of revelations. It was not merely intellectual knowledge. So this kind of Vedic science is coming from out of the Shruti, out of meditations, not intellectual knowledge. So ya satarudriyam madhiyate, so agniputo bhavati, so vaiputo bhavati, satmaputo bhavati, sa surapanutputo bhavati, sa brahmatyayam puto bhavati, sa suvarnasteya puto bhavati, sa kritaya krityat puto bhavati, tasmat avimukto masito bhavatyasasrami sarvada sakritbhajapit अनेन ज्ञानमात्पन्ति संसार अर्णवनाशं तस्मादेवं विदित्वेन कैवल्यं पद्मस्नुते कैवल्यं पदमश्रुतम् इति. So these are the slokas and written by the science of revelations by the rishis, by the saints. So therefore it is very important to sometimes to listen the Sanskrit. These Sanskrit letters are all are you must know that the Sanskrit letters, the words, like the letters revealed by the Lord Shiva, by the Lord Shiva, Sanskrit letters. And when you are chanting the Sanskrit mantras, is helping you how to even uh, how to cure even a lot kind of sickness also. Because the mantra is related to like frequency of energy, frequency of energy. Like we chanting 3 times Om, for example, Om Sahana Bhavatu, Sahano Bhavatu. For example, you chanting this mantra or you chanting 3 times of Om, for example, you feel so peaceful. Similarly, when you listening or you chanting the Sanskrit mantras is helping you awakening of the Kundalini energy as well. And also it is helping you free from the so many kind of obstacles, so many kind of obstacles, even free from all kind of evil thoughts, and helping you in order to develop the transcendental consciousness. Like you chanting mantras, like when you get initiation of mantras, is always about Sanskrit mantras composed. Like you chanting Om Namah Shivaya, is also helping you how to develop the transcendental consciousness. So therefore, it's good to sometimes to listen. Then it is only he, the Paramatma, who deluded by Maya, assumes a body with the internal organs and does everything. It is only he who in the waking state is gratified with women, food, drink, and other diverse enjoyments. We say that soeva maya parimuhitatma shariramataya karoti sarvam. Striya striya yatna apana divi chitra bhogai soeva jagrata pari traptaimati. It means it is only he, Paramatma, who deluded by Maya, assumes a body with the internal organs and does everything. It is only he who, in the waking state, is gratified with human food, drink, and other diverse enjoyments. In the dream, too, the jiva enjoys pleasure and the sorrow in the several worlds which are created by his Maya. So now you have to be clear here, very important things. You see, so whatever we are experiencing, it's called jiva, jivatma, atma, and paramatma. Three things have to be divisible. So you have to be very clear. Paramatma means the supreme consciousness, and which is with all beings, even with us. And when called individual soul, atma, atma is called individual and soul or individual consciousness, jivatma, with the prana and atma the together. But we have no idea what is called Atma, the soul or the supreme consciousness. So what happened? We see that the Jiva in the dream too, the Jiva enjoy pleasures and sorrow in the several worlds which are created by his Maya. So, so whatever we are suffering or whatever we are happy. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are also sorrow. Sometimes we are miserable, sometimes we are also enjoying peace of the mind, and sometimes we are calm. All are we call is the Maya, Maya of the supreme consciousness, Jivatma. Jivatma means when you, for example, leave the body. So when you leave the body, actually we leave the body, but we don't leave the actually, how say, uh, when you leave the body, it means the soul is out of her body, right? When soul is out of the body, then prana also left. The life force is also left. So life force part and parcel of the soul. Without soul, there will be no prana. There will be no life force. So when you say your energy, when you say I am, for example, I am Swami or Yogi. When you say that, actually you are not exist anymore. That is called Maya. That is not real form. So, so therefore, so who actually suffering? So it is very important question. Actually, you suffering, if you but then who are you if you are suffering? The question mark comes. Sometimes you say, I'm happy, I'm suffering, I have some problems, I have some difficulties. Actually, question mark comes, who are you? Exactly this body or the mind or the jiva. Actually, what is that? So as per the Shastra, it's called Maya. It is the illusion. What you represents. Right? So whatever you are suffering or you are happy, so these are actually Maya. This is not the real your identifications. So soul, the Atma is only the eternal. So then in the deep sleep, when all illusion vanished, he replaced with darkness, attains the state of happiness. Then just for a moment, today, so So, I'm sorry. So they say it's very important. In the deep sleep, when all illusion vanished, he replaced with darkness, tamas, attains the state of happiness. Then when through the force of karmas, or the previous birth, the jiva again wakes up and goes to the sleep. All the diversified objects of the universe emanate from the jiva, who sports in the three bodies, gross, subtle, and the causal. The three bodies are finally observed in him who is the source of all, who is bliss, and who is absolute wisdom. From him arising prana, manas, all the organs of the sense and action, akasa, vayu, agni, water, and earth, supporting all. So Param Brahman, the supreme consciousness, which is all of all forms, which is the supreme abode of this universe, which is the most subtle of the subtle, and which is the eternal, is only yourself. You are the only that. One who knows himself to be that Param Brahman, that science of the universe, in the waking, dreaming, and dreamless and other states, will be relieved from all bondage. You see, most of the time we experience three kind of state of the consciousness that already have been taught. So first thing is the dreaming state of the consciousness, waking state of the consciousness, and deep sleep. These are all are you are experiencing the three state of the consciousness. But the three state of the consciousness due to jiva, due to our karma of the previous life. But these are still the maya. You say gross and subtle and the causal body. These are all are the mayas. Maya means illusion. The three bodies are finally observed in him who is the source of all. That means who is the bliss and who is the absolute wisdom. So what I mean here, so when your gross body, the subtle body, or the astral body, so all the bodies observe and part of the source of the Paramatma. Without the presence of Paramatma, the supreme consciousness, there will be no bodies at all. That you know also very clear. Am I clear that without Atma, there is a Atma is like the divine body, the cosmic body, right? So without the divine, the cosmic body, there will be no bodies at all. And that we are carrying so much illusion, so much illusion, so much avidya. So we must be clear, and we are part and parcel of the divine consciousness. But generally we forget that. So generally we forget that. So what we experiencing every day our life, the gross body. So gross body belong to whom? When you have gross body also belongs to the supreme consciousness. You are not the gross body at all. You are not subtle body at all. You are not astral body also at all. Right? And these three bodies are also observed into the divine consciousness. Am I a little bit clear or not? Or do you understand something? So most of the time we carry our ego, avidya, because of physical body. When you carry the physical body, you may have the father, you may have the brother, you may have the friends. So everything you have. But actually you are not a physical body. Am I clear where the source of your happiness and source of unhappiness, source of miseries, source of obstacles you have in your life? So far you only identify yourself, I am the physical body, right? Then all problems are arising. So what you need to experience? You are not the gross body. You are not merely the physical body and mind and all these things. Am I clear that? You are not the body. You are not the mind. You are not the gross body. Even sometimes we are experiencing the dream many things, but that is not also truth. But we sometimes think it's the truth, right? So we believe everything. Like you have the gross body, you have the papa, mama, brother, sister, everything. But you believe that. But after death, what happens? Do you have anything exist there? Nothing exists. Gone, everything. So that need to experience yourself. You must be clear. You must experience. So I'm not the physical body. But if this physical body you have, it means due to the divine consciousness. Without Atma, there is no physical body. There is no subtle body. There is no causal body as well. So part and partially, so you are the supreme consciousness. Atma. Atma is the part and parcel of the Paramatma, the Supreme Consciousness. And that is your real identification. So therefore, and that is called Jiva. So far you have the Jiva. So Jiva is the happy, Jiva is also sufferings. But you are not suffering at all. You are the eternal consciousness. That need to be realized. Am I clear that? So therefore, many things happens in a life in a material world due to gross body, due to subtle body, or the astral body, or the causal body. Everything happens. So am I clear that for you? So therefore, and so that need to experience. And once you experience, oh, I'm not actually the gross body, I'm not the subtle body, and I'm the astral body, I'm not the causal body at all. So whatever I'm experiencing in this body is all an illusion, it's not truth. And that called mithya jnana. Mithya means the false knowledge, the false wisdom. So what about Kaivalya? Kaivalya means final liberations. Final liberation means there will be absence of all karmas. It means you liberate the all karmas of the past life and previous life and so on. They say, and he replaced with the darkness, attain the state of happiness. Then through the force of karmas of the previous birth, the jiva again, jiva. Jiva means jivatma, this physical body, the gross body. Jiva again wakes up and goes to the sleep. All the diversified, diversified objects of the universe emanate from the Jiva, who sports in the three bodies, gross, subtle, and causal. So there are three bodies. These three bodies are finally observed in him. That means merge in the, the supreme consciousness as well. Like the five elements you have this body, or five pranas is merged with the cosmic prana. The five elements you have, this body is composed by five elements. Say, and then the earth element, the water element, the air element, then fire element, ether element. When after die, what happens? It merges also with elements. But these elements are also part and parcel of the Supreme Consciousness. Without the God, there will be no elements at all. And without the Supreme Consciousness, there is no prana at all. So therefore, so in this Upanishad, and try to clarify for you. So the Supreme Consciousness, the eternal consciousness is the above all, above the physical body, above the gross body, or the subtle body, or the astral body, or the causal body. That you have to be very clear. They say the three bodies are finally observed in him, who is the source of all, who is bliss, and who is absolute wisdom. So you have to be very clear, the divine body. So that means whatever you are experiencing, the physical body, the gross body, or the subtle body, or the causal body, is called mithya jnana. Mithya. Mithya means false knowledge, not the right knowledge. It does not help you for the final liberations. So how you experience the final liberations? That means you are to free from all avidyas, from the mithya jnana, not to stay with. And what? So most of the time you say, "Oh, I'm so confused. I have so many doubts." What does that mean? It means you are experiencing the either in the physical body, or the gross body, or the subtle body, or the astral body, or causal body. Whatever you are experiencing, of course, it is leads to only confusions and doubt and sufferings. But sometimes you may be happy, but the happiness does not continue for a long time as well. So therefore, and these are not the wisdom. This is the false knowledge. And what is the wisdom? Which wisdom is the free from all kind of confusions and doubts. The three bodies are finally observing him, who is the source of all, who is bliss, and who is absolute wisdom. From him, arising prana, manasa, all the organs of sense and action, akasa, vayu, agni, water, earth, supporting the all. So this is what I say, that akas means ether element, vayu means air element, agni means fire element, water and earth, supporting all. So Param Brahman, the supreme consciousness, which is of all forms, who is the supreme abode of this universe, who is the most subtle of the subtle, and who is the eternal, is the only yourself. You are only that. So here this Upanishad try to clarify you. So you are the supreme consciousness, and is the beyond all the forms. When you say that you are gross body, or subtle body, or causal body, or astral body, still is that the form. So whatever you are experiencing, and whatever visualizing the forms is still is the illusion. For example, sometimes we say, I see the colors of the lights, no matter. For example, you meditate, you see sometimes the black light or blue light or the red light, or so many lights you experience. So these lights are also is a form. It is a form, like 7 colors. Sometimes you meditate, you experience so many colors, so many lights, still is the form. So still the form. This is also create the illusion. You see, so supreme consciousness is the beyond all forms, all concepts. That you must be very clear. Then after that, you are the only, that one who knows himself to the that Param Brahman, that science of the universe in the waking, dreaming, dreamless, and other states will be relieved from all bondage. I am that Sadasiva, means I am the supreme. Sadasiva means the Lord Shiva. Sada means eternal. Shiva, who have the eternal happiness or eternal consciousness. Who is other than the enjoyer, the enjoyed, and the enjoyment in the three seats or the bodies? And who is a witness and a chinmatra? All emanate from me alone. All exist in me alone. All merge into me alone. I am that non-dual Brahman. That means, so I am the non-dual, means there is no duality. There is no two. There is no divide. There is no separation. So non-dual means there is no separation. It's called eternal consciousness. I am that non-dual Brahman. Sometimes people ask me, is God is one? Sometimes we generally say, yes, God is one. But when God is one, God can be two, right? God can be zero. God can be -1. God can be -2. So God is not one. You must be clear. God is called absolute consciousness, not the one. That you must not, when you ask a mathematician, when you say God is one, must be there two, must be there zero, must be -1 plus, must be -2, maybe there are 3, maybe there are 4, there may be 5, right? So here we're speaking about God is the absolute consciousness, not one, is the absolute consciousness. Am I clear that where is one, you can also have the two, right? So God is not one. Am I clear that? Because you create the concept. So when one is the number comes, concept comes. So God has no concept. The pure consciousness, the absolute consciousness. Am I clear that? Yes, Atmanan. So this, because you're studying now Advaita Vedanta. So we can't say
Yes.
God is one, mathematically. So therefore we say Purnamadaha, Purnamidam. Purnamidam means everything is full, everything is complete, everything is eternal. So when it's a non-dualism, none is not to divide, no separation, it's eternal.
But where does the concept start? With the Pancha Bhuta and the Gyanendriyas? It's all described here. The concept starts somewhere.
Actually, what that is already, I call it Jivatma, because Jivatma, so without Atma, Jivatma can also enjoy nothing. So we are the, for example, you are eating or you have the life, for example. Without life, you can't enjoy nothing. But we have the life due to Atma and the presence of the divine consciousness within ourselves. And when we die, so there's something left from the body, right? What do you call death? What death means absent something from your body. Now we have something, therefore we can talk and discuss. So this is called Jivatma. So Jivatma is the suffering, also enjoying both. So you can call Jivatma, Atma, and Paramatma. So 3 things you have to understand properly. And once you are experienced, and you are not the Jivatma alone, you are the Atma, and you are the Supreme Consciousness. So that consciousness help you and to uh, and that consciousness help you free from all kind of miseries and difficulties in your life. But now what happening, as I say that, for example, as you represent man or woman, so far we have to carry the mind. And so far you carry the mind and you have everything is exist. Your father is exist, your mother is exist, your sister is exist, your friends are exist, your house is exist, everything is exist, right? And so far the mind not exist, there will be nothing exist. So once you say that I'm the Atma and Paramatma, so there is nothing, no more. So therefore, the wise people, the experience, so they say that I'm not this body, not the mind, but the immortal self, or the Atma, or the Paramatma. So they are becoming witness. So therefore, they try to renounce and all kind of world uh, desires. So they're called renunciations. Like yesterday, I say that sannyas yoga. Yesterday, I already explained you, and you may have all kind of knowledge, but there is no renunciation. There is no dispassion. It does not help you for the final enlightenments or the kaivalya or the nirvana. Am I clear that? If you have all knowledge, and you must have dispassion as well and renounce. So therefore, in this Upanishad, they give more important to sannyas yoga. Sannyas, yoga for renunciations, yoga for dispassion. But some the question mark comes as you are living the social life, and how do you can experience that the sannyas yoga? How is possible? So what you have to do? You have to perform your karma, but you're supposed to renounce or you simply surrender to fruit of your all actions, so that the best way, and you can leading your social life and same time you can experience the supreme consciousness. Am I clear that?
Yes.
So the key practice is dispassion, and that is very difficult part. And when you living in the social life, how to dispassion, how to detach, it's not very easy at all.
Mm.
So therefore, and most of the people when living the social life is very difficult to free from all kind of how say, not to associate, not to involve. So generally, so we are also happy in social life, but same time also we have so many difficulties, right? So, and the wise people, the monk or the nuns, what they do, they simply renounce the worldly object not to involve. So therefore they have, but you have to also develop the skills. So for living social life, I don't say that you have to and leave everything and becoming monk and come to Himalayan cave and meditate and becoming enlightenment. No, it is also not possible. So what you have to do, so you have to witness. So best way when you live in the social life and regular meditations, and you have to be witness of your action and reactions in daily life, and that is the best way to develop the skills of the dispassion, dispassion or detachments. Witness. For example, morning to evening, you do all your karmas, all your actions, you perform your social duties. But before you sleep, try to observe all your action and reactions, becoming a witness, not to involve anything, neither involve your actions or the reactions. You simply witness, and that the best way and to cultivate the skills of dispassion. And that in Sanskrit we say, in Sanskrit or in Vedantic terminology, we said Atma Chintana, Atma, the self analysis. Like people who practice Vipassana, we simply observe, we simply observe action and reactions. That you have been studied also in Yoga Sutras, right? Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. This is a very good Yoga Sutras, and that you must read it again and again. What that mean? So you must be witness of your breaths. That is called yoga. Breaths means there is action and reactions. So you must be witness of your action and reaction of the mind. So once you are a witness, once you become observer, then naturally you cultivate the skills day by day, then naturally you are close to the enlightenment, or one day you will experience. So let me and renounce everything and become a monk and nun, and let me go to the cave of the Himalayas. Then, and we can experience the Kaivalya, the final freedom. Right, Atmanan? Bliss in Atma. His name called Atmananda means bliss in Atman, not bliss in Jiva. Called Jivatma, not Jivatma. So your name called Atmananda, bliss in the Atma. Bliss in not samsara. That samsara is sufferings. Am I clear this a little bit for you?
Yes, so only ascetics can reach moksha, huh?
I'm not say that because that's for the Shastras. This is Sannyasa Yoga, the highest yoga. As per the Shastras, as per the wise people. It's not said by Swami Samarpan or Guru is talking here. So I personally, I'm not speaking nothing here. I'm just simply try to explain in a simple language, in simplest form. So they say among the all yogas, sannyasi yoga is the highest in order to and for the final liberation. But therefore, I make you simplified. So when you're living in the social life, so the skills you develop, dispassion. Sannyasa yoga is not only and renounce everything and becoming monk unknown and stay in the monastery or the ashrams or stay in the Himalayan cave. No, but still you can meditate in your own home, and your own heart is the cave. So that is also Shastra says so. And becoming witness of your action and reactions. So naturally, and you are close to the and final liberations. That is also tantric scriptures as well. Tantra say that you're supposed to be witness, not to be involved, and not to be touched, and neither attached nor detached, and simply wisdom, simply witness or being a observer, witness. So you must witness whatever happening within yourself. Observe. Drashta bhava. Drashta means seer. You simply observe, becoming aware and conscious, whatever happening. That you have been studying the Yoga Sutra as well. So Yoga Sutra does not say that you must renounce. It does not say. Yoga is all about witness of your action and reactions. You see, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is explain what is yoga. Is simply yoga ha chitta briti nirodha. Simply develop the awareness of the breaths, witness of the breaths. So, and that is the very important practice. That is very important practice. I said that already. There is many kind of techniques, many kind of methods and towards the enlightenments, towards the final liberations. So we have to choose. Like sometimes you can chant only Ram, Ram is enough. You don't need to be a monk and nun. Chant Om Namah Shivaya. So that is also enough. And that also can help. But you must believe how to free. The important thing is how to not to suffer. That is important things. And not to be stressful. Am I clear that? So main thing is how to be stay in eternal happiness and eternal peace of the mind, and how to experience the love. That is very important things and truthful. So if you cultivate the calmness of the mind and peace of the mind and happiness eternally, and there is an absence of all obstacles and absence of all miseries and difficulties. So that is also enlightenment as well. But so far you are confused and doubts and miserable, and your life is full of stress and strain, and sometimes you think, oh, is the loneliness, I need to hang myself, I'm going to kill myself. And sometimes maybe go to Switzerland and get some give some money, they give some slow poison, and you want to die in 1 year or 2 years like this. But this is not about life, you understand? Sometimes see, am I clear that? Or drinking sometimes too much and smoking too much, for example, and eating every day animal, for example, and poor animals also, and some people has to kill them to for eating for you. So these are not the way for the enlightenments. That is not way. This is not the way. The way of enlightenment is how to free from all kind of violence, how to free from all kind of obstacles, how to free from all kind of difficulties, how to and develop the peace of the mind and happiness. That is very important. Am I clear that? So therefore, you can see certain monks, certain yogis in India, they never build the ashram. They never build the monastery. Simply bake the food and they simply meditate. They don't want to take any responsibility in the material world. Even when you're taking care of the ashrams and monasteries, also you have to have part and parcel of the illusions. Very difficult. eh? So therefore, very rare. And masters, very rare. Yogis and monks or swamis or sages and saints, very real people built actual ashram. Very rare. That is also, you can have a lot of stress as well. So, so what I mean, so far we live in this planet in the samsara, there is always some difficulties. There is always some obstacles, but we have to learn how to getting out of all kind of obstacles. Am I clear that? So, and so therefore this Kaivalya Upanishad and is all about awareness. What exactly you are, make you aware, make you conscious. Depends on you how much you make efforts in order to realize yourself. Huh? So you have to make the proper efforts. This is all, then all emanate from me alone. All exist in me alone. All merge into me alone. I am that non-dual Brahman. This is I am no separation. I am the eternal consciousness. I am the atom of all atoms. So I am the biggest of all. I am this diversified universe. I am the oldest of all. I am Purusha. I am Isa, the Lord. I am of the form of Jyotis, means light, and of the form of happiness. I have neither hands nor feet. I have power unthinkable. I see without eyes. You see, God say, without eyes, I can see everything. Which eyes you need? The third eye. See, I am the atom of all atoms. I am the oldest of all. I am Purusha. I am Isa. I am of the form of Jyotis, and of the form of happiness. I am also happiness. I am also bliss. Then, if I am then your real form, what I means I am, that means you. And you are not the body, not the mind. And that it must be clear. Not you are the only subtle body or the gross body or the causal body, but you are the eternal consciousness. Huh? So I see without eyes, I hear without ears. I am the omniscient. I have one kind of a form only. None is able to know me fully. I am always of the form of a chitta. Chitta means the consciousness. I am the one that should be known through all the Vedas. I am the Guru who revealed the Vedanta. You see, I am the Guru, I am the Master who revealed the science of wisdom. That means I am the Guru who revealed the Vedanta. Vedanta means the wisdom of the enlightenments. I am only he who knows the true meaning of Vedanta. I have no sins or virtues. You say I am free from all kind of sins and virtues. Means I am the absolute consciousness. I have no destruction. I have no birth, body, organs, sense or action. These are the definition of the absolute consciousness, the Brahman definition. To me, there is no earth, water, or fire. There is no Vayu. There is no Akas. He who thinks Paramatma as being in the cave of the heart, as having no form, as being secondless, as being the witness of all, and as being neither Sat nor the Asat, attain the pure form of Supreme Atman. Say, I am the beyond of all this. They say, Ya Sat Rudriya Madhyate Swagni Puto Bhavati Savai Puto Bhavati Satma Puto Bhavati Sa Surapan Utpoto Bhavati Sa Brahmahatayam Puto Bhavati Sa Subarnastiyat Puto Bhavati Sa Krityat Puto Bhavati Tasmat Abhimukto Masrito Bhavatyata Srami Sarvada Sakrida Japet. They say one who reside this Satta Rudriyaha become as pure as Agni. He becomes purified by wind, purified by Atman. They say, Ya Yaha Satarudriyam Adhyate. That is called, that is special kind of rituals. This if somebody actually chant or reciting mantra of Rudradeva. Rudra means Lord Shiva. When you study Suklaji Ved, we study sometimes special chapters Rudripat. Rudripat means all about to the divine consciousness, and one can free from and all kind of and it is helping if anyone chanting, in Vedic science, we chanting Rudripat. I think Atmananda understood this. So that is called Rudripat. About all about that is a certain kind of chapters in Suklajibet, and you can chanting the Rudri. Rudri means about Lord Shiva. We chanting Om Jagina Jagyama Janta Deva Stani Dharamani Prathamanya Tehana Kama Himanaha Sachandra Jatrapurivi Sadhyaha Santi Deva. This is also one mantra. So like this, and you can chanting 8 chapters. I don't remember all now, but I do. In traditional monastery, we chanting every day morning time. So if you're chanting that, it is helping you and purifications of your own karmas, purification of mind and heart and so on. So he becomes purified from the sins of drinking alcohol. If anyone chant the Rudri part, a person and who have sufferings by drinking alcohol, a person also can be free. Who becomes purified from the sins of murder of the Brahman. Brahman means if somebody killed their own guru. You understand? If you chanting Rudri part, you also can purified from that, as per the Shastras. He murder means murder of a Brahman. Brahman means he represents as a Brahmagyani. Brahmagyani means also somebody killed the Brahmin or the Brahmagyani, or sometimes due to selfishness, people kill their guru, their master, their teacher, their father, their mother. Also, people kill for out of their own selfishness. And if you chant the Rudri part, a person also can free from all kind of sin. He becomes purified from the sins of theft or gold. They don't speak about theft the money, because it was the time maybe there was no money, there is no notes. It was the time there was gold, right? They write down that they say that he becomes purified from the sin of a theft of gold. So you can understand it was the time there was no money, there is no dollars or rupees or all these things. It was the time there is only the gold. You remember that? If you go to ancient civilizations, people exchange with the gold and the like goods. Am I clear that? Even today, even there are a lot of also exchange with the gold and like banking things, all these things about gold. You know that. So most of the time, people invest money in the gold. Even today, also in modern century. So, so if anyone chant this say Rudri, Satta Rudriya Yadhiyate. So also person can free from the sin of the, if anyone theft the gold. He, bec he becomes purified from the sins of a commission of those who ought not to be done, that the sins of a omission, those who that ought to be done. Therefore, he do into the Abhimukta, rising above the ashrams, one should recite this Upanishad always or even once. They say that this Kaivalya Upanishad one has to chant and recite every day in order to remember and consciously every day. So you are not this physical body, not the mind, but you are the eternal and consciousness. And you are the Brahman, and you are the pure consciousness. By the virtue of this, there hears the knowledge that destroys the ocean of samsara. So, if you study this Kaivalya Upanishad, and through this Kaivalya Upanishad, through the knowledge of the Kaivalya Upanishad, and one can free from all kind of sins, and one can destroy the all karmas of the samsara, ocean of the samsara. Therefore, having known him, he attains the Kaivalya. And once you know the supreme consciousness, so naturally, and you are attain the final emancipation, the final wisdom of the liberation. He say that tasma devam viditvenam kaivallam padamam strute kaivallam padam srutatmiti. This see, and once you have this see, knowledge of Atman, knowledge of the divine consciousness, once you attain, so naturally, and you are entering into the final liberations or the final freedoms. Generally, we most of the time we think we are free. Actually, we are not free. So far, and you have the confusion and doubts and obstacles, so far you are suffering. But sometimes you are free for a time being, but not always. So that it means, am I clear that? Sometimes you are alone, but you are not free. You are lonely. You are not free. And once you have knowledge, Fatman, no matter you are alone or with millions, no matter that. So you are remain free. And once you develop this consciousness, once you attain this consciousness and remain free, and that is called Kaivalya state. He attains the Kaivalya. Kaivalya means final emancipation or the final liberations. And once you have this wisdom of Atma, so naturally you are free from the karmas of the samsara, ocean of the samsara, and forever and ever and ever. Then you are enter into kingdom of the eternal consciousness. Then you will attain the eternal peace within yourself and eternal love and eternal truth. So this is all about the Kaivalya Upanishad. So now we are going to now I'm going to conclude this lesson. If you have any questions, please let me know. Anyone, any questions? Just 2 minutes because I already take 10 minutes today more because I want to finish this chapter. Therefore,
Yes, this last verse, last shloka just called this Kaivalya Upanishad Shatarudraya. Yes, and I also studied the Shatarudra Samhita. Nice, thank you. It's
so you can recommend Satarudra Samhita to all of you, to all of us. I mean, you can send me also, and you can when you recording this, when you sending the recording video, so please attach the file and recommend that so everybody can read also and recite.
The Shatarudra Samhita is part of the Shiva Purana. It's like the Bhagavad Gita is part of the Varaha Purana. And the Shatarudra Samhita, this is it's Puranic text. Keeps you out of hell when you die.
So possibly if we have the time in future, so maybe we can talk this subject and to have the more discussions, right?
There are many chapters like the 8 forms of Shiva, the 5 forms of Shiva, the 11 forms of Shiva, the 10 forms of the Mahavidya. It's like the Mahavidya belong to the 10 forms of Shiva also, like Kali, Kala, and Vaneshwari and all the girls. And yes, this is much, and yes, good translation, but no transliteration. Also here it says you want to cleanse your body, chant these 26 shlokas. So you have to know the Sanskrit, or you have to find somewhere the transliteration somewhere in the internet or a book, because there's some books.
So we can check that actually. I have been study lot. We have general in traditional monastery. We study 10 Upanishad. But here I try to open a different new Upanishad. Even I have no ideas. But I try to come into because this kind of subject for me, I always felt I have been experienced in the past life, many life before. So I just touching. Then I try to read them and I come to the subject, the essence to you. And this Kaivalya Upanishad, I never been studied before. This is the first time for me. But when I studied the sutras, that is Advaita Vedanta all the time is speak about and about the elements, about the pranas and jivatma, atma, paramatma, but they have different way they explain. But I have the knowledge of the essence, so therefore more easier for me and to explain you, although I don't know in this life. Okay, so thanks to all of you. So, and thank you, Atman, helping me. And Atman actually he have a lot of research. I don't have time to research, and I try to just to and go through these Upanishad. So it's for me also part of learning as well. I do contemplate as well. When I chant this mantra, when I speak, I try to also understand and what I can explain you. But I have been studying because you need also basic study with masters and gurus. So I have been studied with masters and the real authentic master, authentic good traditional gurus, traditional masters. So without that blessings, without that foundation, today I'm unable to actually and giving these teachings to you. Unable to discuss also with you. So therefore, you need some kind of foundation. Like when you study yoga asanas, very beginning you study some Pavana Mukta asana, Surya Namaskar, certain positions. But every yoga asanas, you can't study everything with all masters, not possible. But again, same time, and when you study and practicing, but sometimes also try yourself, many other asanas as well. Right? Similarly, and you need very beginning the foundation of the Vedanta. That what I have been studying in this life under guidance of the gurus, not the teachers, the real gurus. And such kind of gurus actually they are live with the Vedantic knowledge and in traditional monasteries. Thank you. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhetamastu ma Vidvisabahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namaha Sankaram Sankaracharyam Kesavam Badarayanam सत्रमासकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तो पुनः पुनः ईश्वर गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने बिम्बवेद्व्याप्तदेहाय श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। ॐ गुरुभ्यो नमः। So thanks to all of you. May our Gurudev Swami Sivanand, Adi Guru Shankaracharya bless you all. Thank you.